responds as though he were a student, even though he's technically like, I don't care about this guild anymore. Still interesting. Let's see. Jian says, yes, I follow your command.
长老，是玄霄杀了春光长老。
Let's see. Ziyi says, Elder, was it Xuan Xiao that killed Elder Chongguang?
他的死是被寻一本总炼留下的手记。
Oh, a note? Interesting. He came here to find a note left by Zhong Lian.
师公的手记。
A note by a note from 师公 Handbook?
不错，
I guess so.
总炼生前留下的数本手记，都记载着铸剑、养剑之秘术。如今大部分藏于琼华派武林剑阁之中。
I see. Handbook? I guess so. Correct. When Zhong Lian was alive, he left many notes or many handbooks. I guess so. Manuals. I don't know what else to say. It's like notes, really. Many notes. He was on those notes were written many secret techniques of forging swords and raising swords like and giving life to swords. Now, a large majority of them are hidden within the within the sword pavilion of the 5 spirits in the Qionghua Guild.
却是连长都未曾得见。
But there was one handbook that has not even been seen, even by the leader. Oh dear, he's still coughing. He's not.
长老，
Elder.
喂，且听我讲完。
It's fine. Please listen to. Allow me to finish my finish speaking.
是
Yes.
总炼如琼华派历代执剑长老那样，为铸剑耗费一生心血，又以西河望舒双剑为身，双剑穷无派3代之力，至总炼手中乃成。临当此事，再无一人比他更了解双剑种种。
Makes sense. Anyway, let's see. Huai Shuo, let me talk. I won't be able to talk anymore. Yeah, that's true. That happened to Huai Shuo as well. 在晶体和咱们一块阴阳归爽。Okay. Oh yes. For 斗鱼观众那个风鸣条你也说的对，这个是我们这个应该也已经知道了。Sorry, just looking at the 斗鱼 side for a second. Qing says an elder like Zhong Lian who is probably the most amazing elder that could manage swords. Someone like him used his whole life's blood, used up his entire life's blood for forging swords, especially with regards to the dual swords Xihe and Wangshu. The 2 swords used the power of the guild of our guild of 3 generations of our guild, and it was finally completed by the hands of Zhong Lian. let's see. In this world, there is no other person who understands the two swords more than 中莲。
玄霄担心手记中有不利于双剑之记载。他如今正是飞升之前的紧要关头，何况多年修行，与西河剑早已密不可分，自然不愿手记落在他人之手。
以密不可分 is like they can already he's so combined with the Shihe sword, right? Let's see. Yes, you're right. Okay, cool. He can no longer be separated from the sword. Okay. Xuan Xiao was worried that written in that handbook were things that would be detrimental to the dual swords. And now that he is at the important moment where he is about to fly and to ascend, and also because after many years of cultivation, he is no longer able to separate himself from the Shihe sword. So naturally, he did not wish for that handbook to fall into the hands of others.
那后来呢？后来怎样？
Well then, what happened next? What happened afterwards?
人生一世，经历多少风浪起伏，但我和崇光做梦也料不到，19年后重逢喧嚣，那周身赤烈无比，眉宇间尽是狂态煞气，这是入邪之兆，入邪之兆。
So there is something wrong with it. Well, even they know there's something's up too. In case you're wondering, he's totally lost it. Anyway, Qing says, in this world, in this life, there will be many troubles that must be experienced. Let's see. In this world and life, we have experienced so many how many troubles, but I and Chongguang, in our dreams, would never have guessed that after 90 years reuniting with Xuan Xiao, that let's see, hardships and difficulties, ups and downs. Yes, I figured. Feng Lang Qi. Anyway, that around his body was a fierceness, or let's see, what's the best way to put this? Let's see, a fear that there will be a immeasurable fierce flame upon his body, and everything about and the aura around him was completely filled with the aura of madness. Just making sure. Okay. The sign of giving in to evil. Truly the sign of giving into evil.
我告诉玄霄，纵连经历妖界之战，早已万念俱灰，将手机回去。他虽半信半疑，但也只得作罢。
只得作罢。That I don't know what that means. So, oh, I see. Oh, he only had to give up. Oh, I see. Every ambition turned to dust. Oh, okay. Basically means he died. I told Xuan Xiao, Zhonglian, after Zhonglian had gone through the battle with the monster realm, his ambitions had already turned into dust, and he destroyed the note. Even though Xuan Xiao half believed and half doubted, but he had no choice but to give up.
如此， 冲光长老又怎会？
Oh, if that's what happened, then why did Elder Chongguang's
事不由人，就算玄霄已有去意，我和重光又怎能让他就此离开？
things are 事不由人 things do not go as planned? I guess so. Let's see. Oh, me and collateral count? Thank you for that too. 事不由人 and things do not go according to plan is basically what I remember this being. Or like we cannot, like we could is 事不由人 is like it doesn't. I'm wondering, does it mean like things don't go according to plan, or more like that's why that doesn't make sense in this case. That's why I'm like confused. Things don't go as people wish. Okay, maybe I should stop doubting myself then. But things do not go according to plan. Even though Xuan Xiao had intentions of leaving, how could I or Chongguang just allow him to leave here like that?
我二人劝他放弃飞升之计，他如今心魔深重，照此行事终会酿成大祸。但玄霄一意孤行，早已听不进去，重光便先行发难，欲强夺他手中西河剑。
Oh, let's see. The two of us begged him to abandon his plan of ascension. Yeah, I see. Him with his with a great evil in his heart. Were he to do things as he were he to do things? Let me think. Let's see. What's the best way to put it? Were he to do things the way he planned, it would bring about a great amount of trouble, or like great hardship, or like great calamity. There you go, calamity. I needed something a higher level than that. It would bring about great calamity. But Xuan Xiao has already made up his mind, he had already decided not to listen. Well then, 先行发难 is like that's the best way to put it is it's like he made the first attack. Let's see. Chongguang launched an attack in order to take the Shihe sword from his hands by force.
双剑缺一不可，冲光长老想要以此阻止飞升。
Let's see. There cannot. The dual swords cannot. Let's see. What's the best way to put it? I'm trying to think of a good way to phrase this in English. Let's see. There cannot be. I'm thinking of a good way to phrase it in English. Let me think for a moment. No sword. It won't do that even the one sword of the dual swords would be missing. The Elder Chongguang wanted to use this method in order to stop him from ascension.
不错，这是玄霄功力与19年前不可同日而语。重光全力相拼，也远不敌他。我欲助重光，有功过度，只好气息逆行经络，不可遏制，才会变得如此模样。
Oh. I just need the word 鞋子, or it's like. I know there's a lot of dialogue, guys. I know we haven't done any dungeon yet, but we're having it. Okay, he couldn't control. let's see. You are correct. It is just that Xuan Xiao's power cannot be said in the same breath. Let's see. As the same breath as the situation 19 years ago. Chongguang used all of his, even Chongguang using all of his might was no match for him. I aided Chongguang, and I used my power beyond its limit. Afterwards, my breathing. 逆行经路 means like, what's the best way to put it? Afterwards, my breathing twisted my main and collateral channels. Basically, his breathing is messed up now. And I was no longer able to keep within my limits. And that is why I have ended up the way I am right now. So his chi was flowing reverse. 逆行 is moved backwards. I thought it meant to... Oh, yeah. Anyway, afterwards, my breathing within my main and collateral channels was going reverse and could no longer be contained properly. So that is why I have ended up like this. There you go.
长老
Elder.
姑娘，你心中定然怪我和崇光，早知望蜀剑一事，却不肯说出。
Hey, he guessed already. Qing says, Young lady, in your heart, you must be blaming me and Chongguang for knowing about the matter of the Wangshu sword beforehand, yet not being unwilling to speak about it.
寡人不敢奢望你原谅。昔日相助喧嚣，怕他过命之后修身养性，哪里料到会有今日之举？宁冰诀与三寒气质，终也敌不过他的欲望。
The two of us would not dare ask for your forgiveness. In the past, we wanted to help Xuan Xiao. We hoped that after he was broken from the ice, that he would that he would just cultivate and he would simply cultivate himself. Or like, yeah, this is like, and Yang Xing is like, it's just like cultivate his body and mind. There you go. Maybe that's the best way to put it. Oh, his character too. Cultivate his mind and moral character. Is it? Oh, I guess so. His nature. Oh, I see what you're saying. Don't know how I missed that dialogue. It's all good. We hope that after he broke from the ice, his mind and his moral nature, basically. Who would have? None of us would have guessed that we would have guessed that what happened today would happen. The coagulating ice technique and the three artifacts of the power of the coagulating ice and the power of the three artifacts of ice were still could not restrain his ambitions, his desires. Yeah, there you go. His desires are going crazy.
如今说什么都已太迟，我与崇光一错再错，虽不愿承认，但恐怕琼华派数代孤星，终将付诸流水。西河望蜀双剑再如何冠绝天下，已是镜花水月，一场虚空。
Yep. Oh, thank you for that. Right, thank you. For getting those ones out of the way. Let's see. No matter what does ice say now, it is already too late. I and Chongguang have continued to make mistake after mistake. 一会波空之鬼 Oh, the Doe view is asking if we're do Trails of the Sky today. 对不起，星期三吧，还要隔一天。今天是无尽传说2吧。 Anyway, let's see. I and Chongguang have made mistake after mistake. Let's see. Even though we're not willing to admit it, but I'm afraid that that all of the hard work of the Chonghua Guild over many generations will now be tossed into the running water. Even if no matter how much the Shihe and the Wangshu sword are the best in the world, but they are, in the end, they are but an insubstantial illusion. An exercise in vanity. A vanity, I guess. It actually says, you could say void, but in this case it's vanity. Basically, it doesn't matter. I know, someone actually wants to watch 轨迹. 是形容努力了半天，最后没得到，就是一场虚空。虚空是虚空，也是就是基督圣经里面的一个不是使徒行传。But I'm trying to remember. Why can't I remember that book in the Bible? Ecclesiastes uses this word for vanity. So,
长老何出此言？
well, I mean, I don't think this guild is going to exist after this game. It looks like it's kind of going down the drain already. They don't have a guild. Your guild is ruled by. They don't even have members very many members. Anyway, Ziying says, Elder, why would you say that?
飞升成仙，虽是凡人所向，但成与不成，皆看天意。
Ascending toward immortality, even though it is something that mortals wish for. But whether or not it happens, is entirely by the will of heaven.
和玄霄素瑶之力，或能令双剑成为剑柱。然而，即便琼华牌升起，接近昆仑山上天光所在处，玄霄如此心魔深入，如何能脱去肉体凡胎，成为仙神？
That's a good point too. 斗鱼 viewer says 这个你是凤鸣条 is saying that this is pretty close to the ending. It seems that way. I don't see anything else we can really do at this point. I don't think we'll get to the ending today, but we'll definitely save it for Wednesday too. Qingyang says, with the power of Xuan Qiao and Su Yao, maybe they can even. Perhaps they can. Let's see. Hold on. Let me read this ahead of time. Let's see. Perhaps they can use the two swords to create the sword pillar, and then the Chonghua Guild can ascend and grow close to the place where the heavenly light shines above the mountain of Kunlun. But Xuan Xiao, with such great evil deep within his heart, how will he be able to discard his fleshly body and become an immortal body? Maybe I said it too high, but yes. We learned about this in the cave of Shengnong. Yep.
神农之言，
Hey.
善心深合成仙，思念难成仙身。
Yes. So remember the sister that basically screwed up? Yeah, her desires, her anger and desire and bitterness made it so that she could not become an immortal. She just disappeared. So we already seen an example of this earlier. Yay! And Xing also brings that up because he says, the saying of Shen Nong, which we talked about, a righteous heart can become an immortal. Well, anyway, a righteous heart can become an immortal, but those with desires, it will be difficult for them to have an immortal body. So yeah, if you have lingering desires it's like you can't become an immortal. You gotta discard them. It's like reaching enlightenment in some sense for Buddhism as well. Yep, she remembers, huh? The trees, immortals of the Solo tree. The immortals of the Solo tree. Selfish desires. Yeah, you need selfish desires. Sorry, 思念 is very important. I forgot to put that selfish part. Oopsies. Not just any desires. I know it. And now, I'm afraid that these actions will become not a betrayal to heaven. Like, let's see, will go against heaven. The results I dare not venture to imagine.
意思是说，玄霄他会死。
So what you mean is, Xuan Xiao is going to die? Oh, shoot. Die. He will die, or he will enter into the path of evil, never being able to reincarnate. Oh, shoot. That's bad. Not being able to reincarnate is another good thing. That means you don't get a second chance at life. You follow the path of evil. Yeah, that's a fate worse than death in this world.
长老，难道就没有其他办法阻止琼华派飞升吗？弟子等前来也正是为了此事。
Right. Let's see. Jian says, 你能理解中国文成语？不会，什么都不会。No, I'm just kidding. The Douyu viewer is asking, how's your idiom knowledge? I was like, actually, no, it's very terrible. So, I'm sorry. Let's see. Jian says, 不会，什么都不会。Anyway, Jian says, Elder, could it be that there really is no other way to stop the Chouhua Guild from ascending? Let's see. I have come here let's see. The reason we have come here was precisely because we wanted to ask that question.
办法，那唯一的一线希望，却要问一问云天河了。
Another method. The only single thread of hope is asked with regarding this was the last single thread of hope. Perhaps you will need to ask Yun Tianhe. Oh, our buddy Tianhe? What?
问我？
Ask me?
天庆生前可曾交付给你一本手机？
When Tianqing was alive, did he hand you a handbook?
爹是留了些书给我，可他什么也没交代。
Pa did leave some books to me, but he didn't tell me anything.
你在想什么？那些书中或许就有宗炼的手字。
Qing says, think again. Perhaps within those books, there might be the handbook of Zhonglian.
长老，弟子不明，师公的手记怎会在云前辈那里？
Elder, I do not understand. The handbook from Shigong. Why would it be at Mr. Let's see. Why would it be with Mr. Yun?
当年我率众弟子捉拿逃出门派的天青与素玉，几次交手，
Back then, I and